Chancellor Copper, esteemed guests, staff, faculty, and fellow graduates of the class of 2017, good afternoon. I would like to thank Provost Elrod for that very generous introduction. 3 years ago, I left the United States Navy. I came back to Wisconsin and earned my college degree. I was set to apply to UW-Madison. However, my brother, an alumnus of UW-Whitewater, pleaded with me to give Whitewater a chance, even just for one semester. I told myself, just one semester, it'll be over in no time at all. So, before I move on with the rest of my speech, I would like to give one last thank you to my big brother, Pete. Thank you for convincing me to come to Whitewater. If not for you, I would not be here today. This is harder than it looks. A few days before the start of spring 2014, I knew almost nothing about UW-Whitewater. When my brother graduated, I was deployed out to sea, and I was unable to attend his ceremony. So I didn't know anything about the school, and I didn't even know where Whitewater was located in Wisconsin. I remember Planet Purple, the very last one before spring 2014. After that day, I can honestly say I was very confused and a bit terrified. I came to the realization that I had been out of school for almost 8 years, and that day I had signed up for my first math class in 10 years. Though what scared me the most was throughout the day, people from campus kept telling me that they wanted me to bleed purple. I thought to myself, bleed purple? What does that mean? Even in the first few weeks of semester, I found myself being inspired by those around me, whether it was students, faculty and staff, the Veterans Coordinator, or even my financial aid advisor. For the last 6 years, before coming to Whitewater, my family were the people I served with in the Navy. But quickly, Whitewater was becoming my new family. I came to realize that bleeding purple meant something different to everybody. Whether it was the single father working to finish his degree to support his son, the college athlete maintaining a high GPA and becoming a national champion gymnast, or the students who chose to take time off of college and go serve their country overseas. Every day over the last 3 years, I have been inspired by somebody on campus. Bleeding purple to me now means community, hard work, sacrifice, diversity, but above all else, it means family. I realize now that my Warhawk family did not replace my family from the Navy, but added on, making my family that much bigger. Graduates, we all have different backgrounds and different stories to tell of where we were and how we came to be at Whitewater. Perhaps you served in the military, whether overseas in the Middle East or on submarines in the deepest parts of the ocean. Perhaps you came straight from high school in the largest city in Wisconsin, Milwaukee. Or perhaps you came from a much smaller high school in a farming town where only a handful of people throughout the state have ever heard of it. Possibly you came from another country, and out of anywhere in the world, you chose to come to UW-Whitewater, where you would find out that anything you would eat in Wisconsin would have some form of meat or cheese in it. But right here, right now, all our stories have come together to this very moment, to this accomplishment in our lives. However, wherever you go and whatever you do after today is up to you. Most of our memories and experiences in college will end up as old stories one day. The pictures we took will become old photographs. But there is one thing that we should take away from our time at UW-Whitewater and not allow to become just another memory or an old story. And that is, no matter what we do after today, whether it is graduate school, nursing or medical school, being a teacher, joining the military, no matter what it is, let us do it for somebody, something, for a purpose that is much greater than ourselves. Let us do it for our families, our parents, guardians, brothers or sisters, or loved ones who have made sacrifices for us to go to college, to get an education, to be here today. Let us do something great because of our communities, this state, this country, for all the people that have helped us on our journey along the way. Give back to those around you, whether you know them or not. Whether these people can return the favor or not, we choose to help them anyways. Make every day better for one person around you. Pay it forward what you can and ask for nothing in return. Class of 2017, leave here today knowing you're not alone. You will never be alone. Take with you your stories and your past experiences that make you stronger. And as you go, do not solely focus on just making a buck. Do not limit yourself there. Focus on doing something good because you can. That when you stop thinking of just yourself, but something much larger than yourselves, that you realize your true potential. Remember to give back to others, even if they cannot return the favor. That the small effort given by you could impact someone else's life for the better in a huge way. Thank you.